At the cobbler repairing my boots, he peeled back the insole and said, "There's a blueprint hidden in here. I inherited those boots from my grandfather when he died 6 months ago. They were the only thing I asked for. My mom thought I was crazy for wanting beat-up work boots, but they meant something. He wore them every single day for 40 years. The leather finally cracked, so I took them to Angelo's shoe repair on 5th Street, small shop that smelled like leather and wood polish. Angelo was a 70-year-old cobbler who took the boots, turned them over, and nodded. Good boots, real craftsmanship. Don't see this quality anymore. They belonged to my grandfather. He set them on his workbench and grabbed his tools. I was about to leave when he stopped me. Wait, come here. I walked back over. He peeled back the right insole, and underneath was a thin sheet of blueprint paper. There's a blueprint hidden in here, he said. Angelo unfolded it. A detailed floor plan labeled First National Bank, lower vault level. My blood went cold. What did your grandfather do? Angelo asked. Carpenter. Built houses, cabinets. He pointed at the blueprint. This isn't a house. Security cameras in red, air ducts in blue, arrows from loading dock to vault. Guard rotation notes in the margins. Date in the corner, March 15th, 1982. I pulled out my phone and searched First National Bank robbery, 1982. The first result made my stomach drop. March 18th, 1982. First National Bank of Ohio. $3.2 million stolen from lower vault. Thieves entered through air ducts. Never solved. Angelo was reading over my shoulder. 3 days after the blueprint date. I couldn't breathe. My grandfather, the man who taught me to fish and took me to baseball games, had robbed a bank? Did he have money problems? Angelo asked. I thought back. No. Opposite. Retired early. Paid for my mom's college in cash. Bought their house outright. Angelo folded his arms. Or he was very good at something else. I picked up the blueprint with shaking hands. I need to check the other boot. Angelo grabbed the left boot and peeled back the insole. Another blueprint. This one labeled Second National Bank. Underground storage. I searched that one. June 1985. Second National Bank. $1.8 million. Air duct entry. Unsolved. There were 4 more blueprints total. 6 banks. 6 unsolved robberies between 1982 and 1991. Every single one matched the dates and methods perfectly. Your grandfather was a ghost, Angelo said quietly. Never caught. Never suspected. I sat down on the bench, head spinning. My whole childhood, I thought he was just a simple carpenter. Turns out he was one of the most successful bank robbers in Ohio history. What are you going to do? Angelo asked. I stared at the blueprints spread across the workbench. Evidence of crimes that had haunted police departments for 40 years. But he was also my grandfather, the man who raised me when my dad left, who paid for my mom's medical bills when she got sick. I don't know, I said honestly. Angelo was quiet for a long moment. Then he picked up his lighter and held it near the edge of one blueprint. I've been fixing shoes for 53 years, he said. I've seen a lot of things hidden in boots. I learned a long time ago that some secrets should stay buried. He looked at me. Your grandfather is dead. The bank's got insurance money. Nobody gets hurt if these burn. I thought about my mom, about what it would do to her to learn her father was a criminal. But what about the families who lost money? I asked. Angelo shrugged. The statute of limitations ran out decades ago. Even if you turned these in, nobody goes to jail. Nobody gets their money back. All that happens is your family's name gets dragged through the mud, and your grandfather's legacy becomes bank robber instead of good man who raised his family. I picked up one of the blueprints. My grandfather's handwriting was in the margins. Notes about timing, guard rotations, camera blind spots. He'd been meticulous, professional, and he'd never been caught because he'd been smart enough to stop, to walk away, to hide the evidence so well that it took 40 years and a cracked boot heel to find it. Nobody else knows about this? I asked Angelo. Just you and me. I looked at him. Really looked at him. This old man who fixed shoes and kept secrets. Why would you help me? Angelo smiled sadly. My father did some things during the war. Things that would change how people remember him. But he was also the best father I could have asked for. People are complicated. He held up the lighter again. So, what's it gonna be? I thought about it for maybe 10 seconds. Then, I handed him all 6 blueprints. Angelo lit them on fire one by one. We watched them burn until there was nothing left but ash. He repaired my boots and handed them back 2 days later. I still wear those boots. Every time I do, I think about my grandfather, about the secrets we keep, and the complicated people we love. And I think about Angelo, who understood that sometimes the best thing you can do with the past is let it burn.